Dominique Baettig. He is a prominent member of the Swiss Parliament. He represents the canton of Jura and is a psychiatrist by profession. He played a key role in successfully blocking a visit by former U.S. President George W. Bush to the country in February 2011, lobbying the federal prosecutor's office to have him arrested, stemming from war crime charges. He followed another filing to have former U.S. Secretary of State Henry Kissinger arrested for the European arrest warrant out of France. Baettig also, of course, attempted to confront and did confront and tried to get into the Bilderberg conference, of which Kissinger was attending. And you can find him on the Swiss version of Facebook, Baettig, spelled B-A-E-T-T-I-G. And, of course, we also have the other report here, and we have the video up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com of Mr. Baettig, a parliamentarian Baettig, going up and delivering letters and talking to the security at Bilderberg. The night before, a member of European Parliament assaulted by Bilderberg security, and now the Italian government says they're going to take legal action on the member of the European Union Parliament from Italy, a conservative politician, who had his face slammed to the ground, Mr. Borghezio. Very, very serious news there. We'll go through some of this news while he joins us, and then I'll recap the big developments at Bilderberg 2011. Parliamentarian Baettig, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
Tell us about why you're concerned about the Bilderberg group, and exactly, because we have the footage at night while you're there at the front gate talking to them, but exactly what transpired.
Okay, first I have to apologize because I speak English very bad. And second, Bilderberg represent for me the worst that could happen. A big number of foreign bankers, foreign politicians, pharma, and other people, we work together without any transparency and without to be elected. And they want to meet secretly in my country, and some politicians of my country were also involved in that, and we were very afraid that they could discuss about the future of my country, about my bank, my franc, my neutrality, my freedom of speech. Switzerland is still an island of freedom in Europe and the world, and this meeting represents something which is dangerous for free expression of mind and free enterprise, free democracy.
Absolutely, sir. If you can, a member of Parliament, Dominique Baettig, just speak right into your telephone for us. You're a bit muffled, but we are able to hear what you're saying, joining us from Switzerland. Specifically, we have gotten documents out of Bilderberg, and we have sources inside Bilderberg. It has been on their agenda to try to force Switzerland into the euro, but I've seen polls at Swiss Info, one of your big national publications, that over 80% of Swiss do not want to be part of the euro. And I also saw polls recently that close to 80% are very angry at Bilderberg. Why do you think they chose Switzerland as a place to meet? Because it's one of the few countries they haven't wrecked. Everybody else is rioting because of their banking takeovers?
Probably, yes. They chose Switzerland because Switzerland is still resistant against this new world disorder, and we are afraid what could happen with our independence, with our money. So the two former meetings in Europe were in Greece and in Spain, and you know now exactly what is happening with Greece and Spain economies. They have big problems there, and I am afraid that it means this Bilderberg meeting in my country would mean big problems for my country, for my economy, for my freedom, for my welfare.
Absolutely. The London Guardian is reporting that the Google boys were there looking at also trying to crack down on web freedom. And we see at the very same time public meetings in the Euro talking about censoring the web, and Sarkozy of France is the leader of that. There's no doubt these are a group of authoritarians.
Yes, I heard about that. will try to censure the web, and of course it's a problem for me. I'm afraid with that.
Well, this is unprecedented, sir. I have never heard or seen anything like this in the 35 years that there's been coverage. Bilderberg, it's obviously been around for 60 or more. But this really is unprecedented, what we're seeing happen right now, to have a member of the European Union Parliament attacked and bloodied, and that's now confirmed, official government complaint and EU complaint, and also have yourself and two other parliamentarians show up and deliver letters. Can you tell us first off what you think of the confirmed reports of the Italian European Parliament member being violently assaulted by security guards outside the site of the elitist Bilderberg conference at the Soretta Hotel in St-Moritz, and the fact that the Italian government, Swiss Info is reporting, has lodged an official complaint?
Yes, it's a shame. It's a shame that the European Parliament member could not go in this hotel at this night, and I can't understand that. It's a shame for my country. It's a shame for the freedom of speech, and it means that this conference has the right of quasi-territoriality, and it's also a shame that I couldn't, as Swiss politician, as member of the Swiss Parliament, I couldn't go in this hotel to talk with the participants. I cannot understand that. It's incredible.
What happened when you went up to the front? I mean, there's footage of it, but the police made our cameras stay back 30 yards or so. What was discussed when you went up a few nights ago? What was it, Saturday evening at around midnight, and talked to the security people?
The idea was first to have a contact with the security, to ask them if everything is all right. I can understand that probably this policeman didn't agree with the fact that this conference was there, but okay, the chief was not there. We tried to ask them to make the chief, the superintendent, come to speak with us, but nobody comes. They said we have to come tomorrow morning. My idea was to discuss with them and to ask them the right to go in the hotel and probably to have a glass in the bar and have the opportunity to talk with the participants. But of course it was impossible. Such an idea was impossible to realize. It's impossible to go in.
Yeah,
They answered me, without accreditation you can't go in, sir. It's impossible.
Well, I'm all for free association and people being able to have private events. The problem, as you know, sir, and I've looked at the Swiss law, you have the equivalent of the Logan Act. We have a Logan Act. We had sitting Secretary of Defense there, confirmed. We have other government leaders from your government meeting there. It's illegal in your country. It's illegal in our country. And the fact is that they're in there setting policy. They even had the German minister on video that we first posted at Infowars.com. The Drudge Report's linked to it right now. Where the German minister and others were caught outside, and they were confronted by German speakers, and they said, you're in there setting agendas. And he said, that's right. It's none of your business what agendas we're setting. Well, we've gotten the minutes out before by our spies. They are in there making deals with our elected representatives. I mean, this is outrageous. This is not a private meeting. They're setting government policy, and that's why you have a law against it. Are you going to call for criminal investigations of Swiss members of government that were inside?
Yes, I agree completely with you. It's a shame. It's a shame, but we had a first success. That it was written in the press and in the papers, and it was the first time probably that people could know what is happening in this country. And I shall go on and to ask other questions and to inform the people about what probably happened in that conference. It was a great danger. All those important people from foreign governments are probably talking about war in Libya, probably talking about ways how to break national economy of other countries. And it's not a private meeting, of course. It's an aggressive policy against free countries in this world, and I can't agree with that, of course.
Sir, have you heard about the march? Because they discovered Saturday evening into Sunday morning that it was June 12th, David Rockefeller's birthday, And so literal villagers with torches saying that it's for your birthday came with a cake for Rockefeller and chanted at the gates. Have you seen that footage?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Well, it's quite an archetypal image, and of course they didn't do anything violent, and that's good. But the video, David Rockefeller and his birthday cake, is the video up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. They normally leave Sunday evening or Monday morning. A lot of them stay. Jim Tucker, who's covered it for 35 years, said that they left very early, and that some even left Saturday via helicopter, and this hasn't been seen before. What do you make of them hightailing it out of Switzerland?
Sorry, I didn't understand your question.
It's been confirmed that the Bilderberg members left earlier than they normally do. Do you think that they were driven out of Switzerland?
Probably it was not so nice for them to be in the spot of interest of activists, and I hope that they will never come again in Switzerland. I said to them, okay, bye-bye, don't come back, never in Switzerland. Keep out of Switzerland, please.
And we're showing some video right now. Later in the video, or perhaps as the first, it shows them marching down through the night with the torches. Very, very powerful archetypal scene, like something out of the novel Frankenstein, as the townspeople want the monster out of their town. Now, going back to the day before you arrived, Member of Parliament Baettig from Switzerland, you wrote a letter in German, and we've translated it because the police were shoving people around and being very aggressive initially. They did behave themselves after. You sent a letter. You sent a letter to the police chief and others. What did you tell them in that letter?
I told them that they should have to, how to say that, to make less control, to leave people go free in this city and the neighborhood of the hotel. It was not possible so that policemen attack or control people who were just walking on the road. And I asked them to have it cool and to stay back as much as possible. And it probably